I don't see any reason why a woman who is not a feminist should say I am. Are you sure they understand the meaning of that word?
Oh my God. There are men who just don't like my guts.
Yeah.
There are men who just don't want it. Why is she preaching? And the fact that I can articulate my words is a problem.
Your points are very, very
It's a problem for a lot of people. They struggle
and you don't back down.
Yeah.
How does our religion accommodate feminism?
Through the Bible, you would see man, but if you read several versions, you would understand that the man is talking to humankind, not just the male figure.
My husband cannot say I should come and pay school fees with him. He's not done. My money is my money. His money is for all of us. He has to provide everything we
And this
need.
is according to Islam.
That is what Islam says.
The guy doesn't seem as rich as the father. She got married and changed her name.
That's her choice.
And people say, you did.
Who are the people saying what?
Hi, everybody. Welcome to another episode of the Dear Ife Series. Here is a safe space where you can bring your story. We will talk about it with our amazing, thoughtful, kind guest. And hopefully from everything that we say, you find a silver lining in your troubles. Also know that you're not alone. Everything you're going through, someone else may have gone through it or have an idea, about it today. Today, not today. Does it fit this song I'm singing? Because I have amazing special guests, as usual, but no, not really as usual. Very special, because these are part of family members. Dan community members are in the house today, everybody. To my close right is evangelist. Are you not an evangelist? You are an evangelist. Evangelist Chito is in the house.
Thank you for having me.
To the far right is our Mommy G of Dan community. The reading mom, very kind, very thoughtful, very nurturing.
Oh.
Thank you for coming.
Thank you for having me.
To my left, our Madam Stanley. Oh, where's my gift that she brought? I would have shown you guys. Our Madam Stanley flask. I have to ask for your real name because nowhere did we see it. We searched. We didn't find it. I said, well, wait, why am I calling her Stanley flask? Every time I say, have you called Stanley flask? I said, wait, that's not her name.
Adepeju Edu is my name.
Okay.
Popularly known and called Stanley Flax
Yes,
Naija.
yes.
I actually prefer to be called Stanley Flax because that's a brand very close to my heart. And I know that with the popularity that brand has garnered over the years, I want to be recognized as that brand in Nigeria.
Nice to be here.
I love it. Brand positioning.
Positioning real quick.
yeah.
Let's not waste time in doing that. I love it. Welcome, guys.
Thank
I'm
you.
so excited to have you guys.
I'm excited to be here.
Oh, when you saw your names, when I said, mention the people you want to be.
I was like,
How did you feel?
I was like, oh my God.
You weren't
People
expecting
seem
that.
to like me here.
Oh, wait, you weren't expecting it.
Well, I thought a few people would mention me,
For where?
but it was a lot.
It was a lot. It was a lot of people. Yeah. How about you? How did you feel?
No offense, I usually see your posts.
Yeah.
But I didn't see that one.
Yeah.
So I think I had a post up. So I was getting this. So I thought it was my
Your own post.
post that was. Then I opened and I was like, still the right. Then my sister, who hardly comments, she's in Canada.
Yeah.
She just wrote my name. That's how I just wrote Wayne. Because I know that she doesn't really comment, but as she says, because you are always there. Anytime she opens your page,
You was there.
my
Yeah,
own,
number one commenter.
Yeah, it felt good because funny enough, I didn't even share it with my community because if they were on my goodness.
Yeah,
if
they would have
there,
just
they would
gone to bombard
But
it.
the fact that it was Dan community members saying that I'm doing something. Of course, it was not. Oh, she's kind like my sister.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. I get it.
How about you? How did you feel?
Yeah, well, for me, I didn't see it coming, honestly, because most times when I make a comment on any post, I just drop my comments and I go. Like I told you, I'm almost always distracted online. Yeah. So if I see any post I need to make a comment or whatever, So it was later I started getting the tags and I went back. Okay, I tagged them, Veronica's daughter. Like I always see her post, then I see your post. But I barely know these people except Veronica's daughter. So I had to go back when I was saying the tag. I said, let me go and look for this person. So when the mail came, I was like, oh, at least somebody people are saying.
Definitely. I mean, your comments are so sharp And one of the things that shocked me, I don't know if I can say shocked, your comments don't, so when people comment a lot, I go and check their pages.
Okay.
Yes, because I just want to have a deeper, and that way my comment kind of changes as well when I'm talking to the person later. You kind of see that I speak like I know you more, so that makes it different. So I went to your page, I can't remember the post, I was like, these comments, because sometimes your comments is sometimes funny, sometimes, but really thoughtful, really sharp. I don't know how to explain. Just intelligence. Yes, precise and intelligent. Who be that?
Now she be this.
Now you be this. Now make it. And then I saw you, I was like, oh, you're actually, covered. I couldn't, have you gotten that before? That people don't really...
I'm marriable.
Yes, can't marry both.
Yeah.
Why do you think so?
I don't want to say it's stereotype.
Yes, it is stereotype.
It is. Because even for people that will know you physically, sometimes they'll tell you, you reason differently, you do things differently. Like, who was asking me now, why do my kids have to go to a Catholic school and I'm a Muslim? Am I not looking like a Muslim? It is about value for me. So, most times people sometimes think when you are covered, maybe you are less intelligent. But I don't think that is what it is. For me, what informs my contribution, on the platform most times will be mostly maybe experience, mostly experience, that I've had, with people over the years or, just wisdom. When it comes, my thought flow is as soon as the way it comes, I just put it out there. So it doesn't have to be right all of the time. Sometimes, it might not be, So that's just what it is for me, really.
Your children are in Catholic schools.
Oh, yeah.
Are they Catholic? No. Is that allowed?
Most Catholics do not discriminate. Number one, Catholics don't preach religion. Even as a Pentecostal, if you go to a Catholic school, you are not mandated to perform their Catholic whatever with them. And for me, globally, we've had that research. Catholic education all over the world is, when we talk about Western education, is very solid. That's why we have people abroad. Everybody is struggling to go into Catholic schools.
True.
So we have been able to identify that as a parent, in fact, as a waiting parent over the years. And we decided, my husband actually went to a Catholic school in his own days. And we decided it's going to be a Catholic school.
Yeah.
And for me, it's been good.
Yeah.
I've had my first went to St. Francis Catholic School in Idimo. Very good school. That was the first Jesuit school in Naija. For me, it's not just Catholic anyway. It has to be the Jesuit school. If you know the Catholic hierarchy, the Jesuits are like the most intelligent set of, fathers.
Oh.
So it has to be Jesuit school. So I've done St. Francis Catholic Idimo. I've done Loyola Jesuit Abuja. I'm currently in Jesuit Memorial in Port Harcourt. And I have a retirement benefit. I don't know which of it will end up going to. But for me, Catholic, I want my children to see life, in a different way. It's not, we are Muslim, we take the values from home, what we believe in.
Yeah.
But I want them to live with other people, to experience life in other ways, not just the way we see it at home.
Absolutely.
And for me, it's been fine.
Yeah.
Honestly, it's been fine.
Yes.
And that creates a balance, even in the way they think, even in the way they reason. They know that there are other people, they appreciate and respect other people for their religion, for their beliefs, for the way they do their things, So that for me is a plus. You don't have to see it in one way. No.
It is a plus.
So that's why we do that.
Love that. Thank you. Evangelist, I come to you. You are so against religion. You hate it so much.
Coming from that.
Not really.
I get
You get what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
You want spirituality. You talk about the depth of it, Why are you so passionate about that? I mean, you've gotten worse. Are you aware that you've gotten worse? It's like, she just started from here. She just went off. It's as if she's, you know what? This matter, the way you... Let me tell you what happened one day. I went to my notification. I saw Tito. Who is she arguing with? Only for me to... The argument was big. It was tough. Somebody said, you don't have to be... married, what do you say? That only your parents can give you, that you don't have to go to church to be married. Your parents will give you consent to. Yeah. You didn't stop. This thing continued for 2 weeks.
So it wasn't only the person, fairness. Another person coming.
Yeah.
At the time, I still had to write down. But at the time, but for me, religion, when I say religion, I'm talking about from the perspective of I'm doing this right, or beliefs, or mostly things that you do in hopes that this is what I have to do to please God from the standpoint of a Christian. And that's what is sold, and it's not true. if you have Christ in your inside, God is at his best with you, right? And a lot of these things we think is just, it's just fasting now. It's just, are we not ascending through portals and channels? Is it not realms? But the thing is, I have a Bible study community. I have a tribe. So I get it. These things go deeper than, I'm just something I can just preach. You are damaging somebody. You're really damaging somebody's path with God. And I just can't stand for it. Yeah. I've never been one to stand for oppression. One of my favorite scriptures in life is the Lord hates injustice. The Lord hates, he executes judgment for them that are oppressed. And I think that's one of God's nature that I have. If I see that somebody is being oppressed, whether or not I like, you know what's funny? Whether or not the person and I agree, just because the person is being oppressed.
Yeah.
After that, those people working on me. After that, we will not talk. We will not greet ourselves after that. But you'll be so shocked because you would think I was doing it for you. I wasn't, but I just can't stand oppression.
How does religion oppress?
So, it sells you a lesser identity. You are less. You are not who God says you are. You are what the society says you are. Because, number one, to say I'm doing this so that God will love me is to say that I'm not loved by God. And that God's love is premised on what I do, right? So that's, number one, a false identity. God loves you the same way he loves Jesus, right? And religion sells you a less identity. Religion uses three major tools: fear, shame, guilt. You have to be, you are ashamed because of this thing that you did, which you will always do, which we all will err in one way or the other. Yeah. Now you're ashamed, you're afraid, you're going to hell, or that if you touch his anointed, he's coming for you. You are, if you speak about the prophets, the king is coming to kill all those, then there's guilt. And shame is an identity, guilt is deed. Guilt is, I feel bad because I made a mistake. Shame is, I am a mistake because I made a mistake. And again, less identity, right? So it puts people in a box. You just keep trying and you keep, and you just never meet up.
You can't meet up.
You can't, because exactly.
If that's how you want to go.
And that's what Jesus said. That's what Apostle Paul said as well. That if we could do it, then Jesus Christ died in vain. We can't do it. Do you understand? So, that's for me. Yeah. I know who you are. Of course, it doesn't mean that you should do anything and just go ahead. But there's a spirit in man. And that's it. Once you are a believer, you've accepted the life of Christ, then the life inside will show out what is a transition formation process, right? So I will sell that, but you don't do it because if I don't pray Satan, you know what? Thanks.
I don't like that song.
I know. Over to you. There's something I read every time you comment. It's like a restraint. Okay. Sometimes you want to, I feel like you want to say, my dear, have sense. I feel like you want to say that. But I also feel let me say it. You still say it, but
softly.
Softly. She now say this in a subtle way, like, now, wow, is this what we're doing here? But I see that restraint that you try to put out there in making sure that I still say my truth, but I say it in the kindest way possible.
Yes, because the Bible says we should say the truth in love. Yeah. So there's a devotional I use, Bible in 1 Year devotional by Nico Gumbel. It says something about I can't remember exactly how he says it, but how truth can be hardened if not said with love, and love can be wishy-washy without truth in it. So it's trying to find that balance. And somebody said something to me years back, which resonates so well with me, that Christianity is when the person's interpretation of that, the narrow way, is like you're trying to maintain that balance, not fall to one extreme or to another extreme. Because many times people want to come from this extreme and then they just go all the way off to the other extreme. So just find that balance. So I strive, it's a daily thing, I strive to just find that balance. And the way I was raised, I grew up in Osun State, where people could talk and abuse and curse. But
we knew how they be.
Oh, bro.
They can
but,
yes.
But my mom really, she is not Yoruba, so she wasn't really that kind of person. And so I actually do not really know how to abuse or curse people. So sometimes I'm actually so angry, but I don't even know what to say.
How to
use it. So I just really try to just maintain that balance of correcting in love, saying the truth, but in love, so maintain that balance.
What topic is it that you cannot find the balance? Like you refuse to find the balance. Like this is a staunch belief that I will not go try and give you niceness.
The Bible and Jesus, there's for me, anything that I believe is the truth, according to the Bible, according to what Jesus has said, that one I'm not open-minded about that at all, anything.
Yes.
And actually, whenever I want to drop any comment, anything I'm thinking about, I always think it's through the lenses of the Bible. I believe that everything is in the Bible.
Yeah.
He may not be like literal or in black and white or in everything, but everything I believe is represented in the Bible. Even when I read motivational books, I still read it through the lens of the Bible. So everything I do through the lens of the Bible. So that's where. So I'm open-minded. I get other people's perspective. I get other people's opinion. By the end of the day, what for me it's just like is a rock, right? The solid rock. That's the foundation. So every other thing, whatever it is, it has to be on that foundation. It can go in different ways. There can be several perspectives, but
let's not lose sight of the foundation.
The foundation. So that's solid for me.
Absolutely. Every time I'm curious, when I see comments, when I see you guys outside, when we're outside, I'm always so curious to know do you remember the first time you joined the community?
For me, it will be the story of that young girl, that young lady, the one that was an only child that ended up with a drug addict boyfriend. I was going to ask you about her.
As well.
Yes.
That, being a mom of teenagers, about going to uni, it set so much fire in me, like all my owns became like this. Sometimes children get into wrong hands, not because they want to. You could find yourself in some situations by association. So that became a very, very important thing for me. And I kept telling everybody around me that has teenagers, see, we all want the best for our children. Number one, study your children really well. It is not every child, just like I tell people, my children go to boarding houses. I'm fine with it. It is not every child that can go to a boarding house. Understand your child first, then provide the basic thing that will assist that child. Number two, it is not every child that should school outside Nigeria, for whatever it is. It is not even every child that should school far away from home. Some you have to be really like you are beside them. You are walking the walk with them. Yes, you pray. Yes, you teach. But sometimes the pressure out there is beyond them. So the story of that girl said something else in me, almost making me to be, each time at night I'll be calling my son in school, where are you? Put it on camera. I want to see you. Then he's like, Mommy, why are you becoming afraid? I said, I just want to. Every time I was so restless, like, how could a child with so much promise just go the other way because of a wrong association?
Yes.
So because of that, I was all midnight. I just left him now that he's almost 400 level. I will not align rest. Turn on your camera. Mommy, what is that? I said, no. Then luckily for me, he was meant to go and school in Germany. Then he woke up one day and said, Mommy, I don't want to go again. I said, thank God. I'm telling you. Because number one, I don't enjoy flying everywhere. So because if my child has to go to school, I don't see myself staying in Nigeria for 6 months without that check. Say, Mommy, I've changed my mind. What is it going to cost us if I pull out at this point? It was a scholarship and we've paid the other part. I said, nothing. Probably they will just give us part of what we have paid. We'll lose some money. Said, will you be angry? I said, angry. Answered prayer.
Answer me. You pray for him
answered prayer, then. So sometimes these kind of stories, it's not just about the contribution you are making. It is for you to assess and analyze your own self, your own family, your own environment, and be able to take some decisions at that point in time. So the story of that lady, in fact, today I said I was going to ask you, how is she doing? You know, how is she doing, and hope her parents are fine. You can imagine an only child, you know, they have in probably their later life and everything just went the other way. You know, so that particular story is it for me.
Amazing. I mean, it couldn't have been easy for her. I didn't talk about it, but I did go see her parents in Banana Island when I came. And the mom was just so happy and, you know, so grateful. Because at the end of the day, you can do your best as a parent.
Honestly.
Like, you have done everything.
You can do everything right and something will still go wrong. So that's why
it doesn't even stop you from blaming yourself. Even though you know that you've done the best. So which you know just gave me this eye opener. Like sometimes you just can't. There's nothing. Just pray, because after you have done your best,
that's what I tell people. Pray on your knees.
You've got to pray.
You play your parts. But pray. That prayer. Pray fervently. Do your part. Do everything you can do. But pray that you are not tested on your children.
Yeah, she's doing really well. She's doing really well. I mean, I can't remember, I think it was after my engagement video that she called me. That's the last time we spoke. But I still see her comments. I mean, yes, I still reply to her comments.
Oh, that's fine.
Yeah, you know, we still there, but she's fine. Yes.
I pray such will never happen to any child.
Amen. Amen. How about you?
I think because of my training as a counselor, once I see the story, I read it, I forget. But the recent one, usually when you see that I respond with a prayer, it's not law. When you see that I'm right there, there was a reason why I said, Father, in the name of Jesus. Because it was the story of a guy. It was a very recent story. A lady who, she traveled abroad. The guy came back, he left, then he came back, and then he broke up with her and started calling her names. But I think he has to use Chargity to solve.
Yeah, use Chargity.
But I could feel
give me back what I gave you.
Give us, never.
Give us.
But what actually moved me was she was feeling like she did something wrong.
See, that thing gets you.
Because when you read that, you just said, so if there was no ChatGPT, you would not know
you cannot know how to compose your mind.
That would be my response to the person. But for me, I could sense she felt, did I do something? And, that spoke a lot more to something going on with her. Again, my training, there's something going on deep inside that, number one, makes her attracted to such kind of person. Number two, will make you feel bad. I always joke that I dated the 12 disciples, but we married Jesus. I dated Judas Iscariot too. There was a couple of them.
They are there.
Bruh,
in the process, they were there.
You dated a lot when the Holy Spirit says, okay, so for the next 2 years, you're going to have to
quiet. You stay to yourself.
Stay with me.
You stay with me for now. Please, I thank you.
Stay with me.
Because this stress is enough.
I'm talking 3 days. You know when you get on, be like, out. 3 days,
I'm done with that.
1 weekend, 1 month, 3 months. Like that. So I when I see that, I put myself in her shoes. I've been there. So I just knew that at that point, it's only everyone I think you're saying, I feel like she knows, but the feeling of, but I still feel like maybe I did something.
We always know? Don't we always know? We always know these
so
things.
I said, as 2 parallel lines going in opposite direction, Father, Lord, separate them.
Bring them.
They must never meet again. Because...
What are you doing? Why is he angry? What?
Exactly.
So sometimes I see nothing back.
I see in your caption.
Yeah.
Like, you would have written your own. Community members.
Your own gives a clue.
I know.
It's giving whiplash.
It's giving, like, gosh, like I'm not going, what is this guy saying? And sometimes I try not to say anything. Simply because I know that what I say will be a cue for the commenters to
come.
But some things are too strong for me not to say,
what are you doing?
Because at the end of the day, I still write to the person privately. Always. Yeah. But see, in case, because some people will not see my private to that person, but in case you're going through it, please understand, this can never ever be okay, And for somebody like that, when you say the kind of person she attracts, maybe we'll say the kind of person she attracted later. Because initially, that person may not have come like that. Yes. So I always we always give grace to say you attracted this person not knowing how they were.
But I think it's something more about her. as our feelings. There's a way you feel and you project that feeling on people around you. And the way you project your feelings on people around you is the way they see you.
Yeah. So go deeper for me there.
Like, if you, like the one that looks happy, or you try to be carefree, you live your life, you don't care what people say or do, people around you see you like that. They say, oh, that is who she is. Like, that's the perception they have of you.
Yes.
But on the other side, if you are that person that wants to give excuse for everything, maybe it's not like that. For things that are very obvious, you excuse everything.
Okay,
So that's what I'm saying is from her.
So the guy probably saw her as somebody that's a composer of his...
Most likely, yes.
Because it's what you accept. People will...
Okay. Yes.
Okay.
And so he took advantage of that.
People will definitely try.
So that's what I'm saying. It's more of her. You should be firm and know what you want out of life. It is either I want this or I don't want it. Sometimes I wouldn't know the age of the person, probably for younger people, some out of experience. This relationship thing we are talking about too, stems from experience. You said you've seen Judas, you've seen this experience.
Andrew,
you may not be able to compare the experience you have with somebody who's just starting off.
Of course.
So it might be the age, it might be just what she has seen in her life. She can't say whether this is the right way it should be done, this is the wrong way it should be done. So she just probably, and you never know what background she's coming from.
Yes.
The background could be, that is how they do it now.
Maybe she was an orphan, something about. So the guy
she is an orphan.
Yeah, he
took advantage.
So took advantage. So the thing is from her. So she just needs to brace up. Get to talk to more people or make friends with people who are older and sensible. Make friends. Reasonable friends. Reasonable friends.
Yeah.
I wrote a letter to my best friend today, my best friend of 30 years.
Sorry. Is it only me? How old are you? Excuse me. Wait.
She has friends.
At some point, you said universe. I'm like, I don't understand.
She now has a best friend of 30 years. Explain to us, where do we start this?
The other time, she told me about when she was...
Almost 400.
Yeah.
I thought she was like, when she clocked 45.
She said so.
She said so at one... I think before the...
45.
Yeah.
When she clocked 45, I was like,
She did say.
So
Yeah, she did say when I clocked 45. She did say.
I think you can see.
Wow.
No, so what I'm saying, let's go back to the discussion.
I'm sorry.
No, that's fine. That's fine.
She couldn't
So
hide
like,
her.
I was writing them, I just felt like writing to my best friend. Nothing happened. She's my best friend, though. We don't get to see all the time, but she's that friend that is just there. So, Ibironke, this is for you. So, I wrote it there. I said, it wasn't just, she was my friend since the days in the university, since 1995. Then I said, it wasn't just the association. It was the experiences.
The impact?
The impact, the exposure. Ronke is a Christian, I'm a Muslim.
Come on.
And the funny thing is, we pray, like, she does vigil, I pray tahajjud. In our little space, I was going to school from home anyway. Then I had to put up with her when my daddy died. In a little space, Ronke is waking up 3 a.m. She'll tell me, Peju, wake me up. She's waking up to do her rosary, she's praying. I am equally praying and reading my Quran. Ronke was that friend. Aside from that, she got married. She had exposure. My friend lived in VGC. I was born and bred in Agege. So you can see. So my friend gave me a lot of exposure, positive ones. She'll tell me, I know you don't have money to buy. Let me go and show you where you will buy when you have money. Not that's your long skirt. This is the shop. When you start making money, this is where you come. So association too helps. The people around you.
Yeah, that's why
So today I just sat back. I was thinking, I said, I know a lot of things too, even though I'm not a fashion kind of person, but I can tell people you can get this from here. I was asking, how do you get to know all these things?
Remember?
Ronke took me here. I will already go. This one, she will take me to all these places, to say, hey, I know you don't have the money today, but
that's fantastic.
Yeah, this is
such a
where you. Yeah.
Yep.
This is where you come and buy when you have the money. Okay, let me buy one for you today. And she was that friend. So when you have good people around you, they shape you.
She needs
so that's
that
why I say she needs
too.
not just friends, because
Good
some friends who don't know any
friends,
better.
yes.
Good
Imagine
friends.
all of us making the same mistakes round and round.
I actually think it's very, very important for, I will speak to the ladies, very, very important for ladies to be able to have a solid foundation of female relationships before you go into the male dating or courtship or marriage relationship is very, very important. Like she said, the sharing experiences, the exposure to different things, so you even know what is right and what is not right. And of course, the wider associations like your church, a good church, whatever religious association, all those seminars.
Sorry.
Just have one or two good persons.
Yes.
That's what I'm going to say.
Preferably if they are older, will be fine. I had older friends too.
Yes.
But Ronke is my peer, we're age mates and,
But I think it's just good to have
the older
access
ones,
to all those experiences.
The older ones, you can learn a lot from them, the good ones, because it's not every older person too that has sense.
Of course.
Let's be careful.
Not every older person has sense.
Because some people will come and say, I'm older.
No.
Just pray to God to associate you with good people.
Yes.
That's very, very important.
Just
very,
pray.
very, very important prayer.
And let me tell you, some are younger and wiser.
As you're praying, you have to be listening.
You'll be a good friend too.
Yeah, because then, not only be a good friend, yes, but also be listening. Because when you pray and God says, now your friend be this, but the person is nowhere weak.
Exactly.
It's not happening.
Thank you.
Because for me and my friends were like,
It doesn't
opposites.
fit the aesthetics that you think that.
Yeah. No, that's very true. Because for me and my friends were like, Ronke is that, chic, you understand what I'm saying? She sells jewelry, she's me, hijab, right? I got my way, So even for our wedding. Ronke, this is for you. Even on our wedding day, we had other friends in school that will be on a bridal train. I will not be on the bridal train because it's hot those days. Okay. You know what my friend did? She gave me money. I didn't even have money to buy the outfit. She gave me money. She said, Peju, go to Tejush. And you know what I did? I got everything perfect. Even my hijab was matching their hats. So she never leaves me behind.
Oh, such a good friend. That's such a good friend.
So that is what a friend that will carry you along and help you. She said, Peju, all this relationship thing, this one that no one is working. I don't even want to know the process again. Just give me results when you are ready. I'm tired of meeting different people. I just want results.
Leave the process.
So you just pray to be able to identify the good person. Like she said,
and
it might not come in the form you expect. It might not be from your church. It might not be from your mosque. That's the truth. It might not be from your tribe. It might just be It might not be from your tribe. I have people in my life that you even think they are my families, they are my big aunties. We are not related in any way. But they have become family because I choose them as my own. And they chose me too.
Love makes us related. Love makes us family.
Exactly.
There are people that you are actually related to that may not be your good friends.
Sure.
And
they're not friends. So many. They do not like you. You do not like them. So let's not even
it's okay.
there.
We'll meet at family.
Exactly. I'm so sorry to interrupt what you're watching, but many of you have not subscribed. I know you want to subscribe, but you sometimes forget or you're enjoying it too much, you move on right after. So take a few seconds. Click the subscribe button. Let's continue watching. There's a question that's been burning on my mind as soon as, we picked you guys, and I was like, I cannot wait to ask you guys this question. How does our religion accommodate feminism? Over to you first.
I think for me, this feminism is, whether misinterpreted or misconstrued, or whichever it is. For me as a Muslim, there are the basic expectations, like I'm talking as a married person now, of a man in a relationship or in a marriage or in a home. Then these are the things you have to do for your woman or your wife to do this. So when you do this, it's easier for your wife to submit to your leadership because by the laws of God, the man is the head of the family. So Islam says, provide food, shelter, clothing. Are you providing that before you are seeking to be the head? In a situation where you are not making these provisions, can we still say you are the head? Because that's your God-given role, for instance. Then for the women, for the feminism of a thing, Islam allows you to have your own money. Islam allows you to have your own property, to have your own things in it. In fact, as a Muslim, you are not supposed to change your name to your husband's name. You are called by your father's name. So Islam empowers women so much, so much. The only thing Islam expects from you as a woman is to respect your husband and to live within the dictates of the deen, which is, these are the things you are supposed to do for your husband as a wife. You cannot say, there's no 50-50 in Islam. Oh. As a Muslim, no 50-50. We don't share 50-50. 100%, you are the man. 100% you pick your bills. Yes. That's Islam. If you don't have 100% to your capacity and capability, if like, okay, this is what I have for this. It may not be enough for me as your wife, fine. But you take your bill, I can augment.
That is his 100%.
Yes, that is his 100%. But I can augment, but it's not under compulsion for me to do it. It's not under compulsion. My husband cannot say I should come and pay school fees with him. It's not done. My money is my money. His money is for all of us. He has to provide everything we need.
And this is according to Islam.
That is what Islam says. My parents catered for me. They fed me. They housed me. So you should be able to give me same. In fact, Islamically, you are supposed to marry. You are encouraged to marry within the same status. Because you can't pick a child from Banana Island and take her to my Agege. How will she survive? You can't pick a child that has grown with having maids and chefs and everybody around to asking her to come and do her laundry by herself or ask her to come and start washing your clothes because you are the man. No. So Islamically, feminism is there. And for me, my own interpretation of feminism in this context is that a woman is entitled to her own money. You can have your own money. You can do whatever you like with your own money. You can have your own things. But if you are with your husband and he's playing his part, you submit to his leadership. But that does not mean you carry your responsibility. He's going to bring his own part of the responsibility and impose it on you to do for him.
I read your comment one day where you said, women don't change their names in Islam. Like, women don't have to change their names.
You don't have to. Because you'll be called by your father's name. You can bear I choose to bear my husband's name. It's a choice. But what Islam encourages is you are the child of your father. And even when we look at the Quran, in most instances, most wives of the prophets of old were called by their father's names. We have a few instances where we have somebody referred to as the wife of somebody. So that is the excuse where you can bear a Mrs. Like, I am Mrs. Edu. Mrs. Edu is not even right because Edu is a family name. I am Mrs. Oluwatoyin Edu. I am married to this particular person, not the family. But because in Yoruba land, you are marrying the family, so you carry the whole family name. But as a Muslim, you bear your father's name. It is your father's name. That is your name. The blood flowing through your veins cannot be changed. Your genes can't be changed.
So outside of marriage, does your religion accept feminism? Outside of marriage? You know how, because in marriage, I feel like most religion, but I only know two. So,
two prominent ones.
Yes, two prominent ones already put the man as the head of the home. And and I always say that thing that is to be the benefit of the woman. I'm not sure we understand that because if you really read well, you see that. Do you like stress? Don't you like soft life?
Submission is soft life.
Do you understand? But so I always say that. But outside of marriage is what I'm saying.
Outside of marriage.
Defending the rights of a woman.
Yes.
That's what feminism
The woman still has a right outside of marriage. What's the thing about this feminism?
Right to vote.
Just the right for a woman to have equal access.
Like a man.
Because we can't say equality because if you have studied more than me, I'm not going to say because I'm a woman, I have to get the same thing. But fairness to say we studied the same thing, we're in the same position, I deserve to be paid the same thing.
Yes, you have that. But the truth is there are some natural laws that will not make you have... There are some natural things that will not make you have...
Is it in Islam?
No. I'm just talking generally. Naturally.
Okay.
Like there are some things that may not make you have that, equality naturally. Imagine somebody like us that when your menstruation is coming, you have to be locked in bed or locked somewhere for days. You cannot go out. And the job you are trying to get might not be able to accommodate that, for instance.
Okay.
That might naturally put you at a disadvantage, no matter how much you want to look at.
Might?
She's trying to be careful.
Exactly.
No, how do you want to be careful about that?
I've missed exams because of menstrual pain. I have missed exams.
Childbirth will put you at a disadvantage. You go for 3 months, 5 months.
Your child is ill. You have to, there are some things that will naturally not make you have that balance naturally. I think that's just the way God has made it. But it doesn't mean you don't have a right to aspire. No. You have a right to aspire. You have a right to acquire. You have a right to be you. You have a right to express.
Be ambitious.
You have every right to be ambitious. Yeah. Honestly, you have every single right to be ambitious. Every right, like any other man.
Absolutely.
And the truth is, I think these days women are even more ambitious than a lot of men.
Yes, it's happening. So I was coming to you
Anchor
because
of my
your whole that Tito is doing on my side.
I don't know.
I said, you know what? Let me come to you. Okay?
Let's express it.
You do understand? Let me come to you.
You know, I'm a woman in ministry.
Yes.
So
You see, let me come to you. Do you feel like the feminism happening right now is tilting towards men hating rather than the rights?
Well, let me
for
say the ones that are
fairness?
loud. Let me just put it
That's
like
it.
that. Let me not say it generally, because those that are loud, I feel they are the minority. That's why they are so loud.
Yeah.
Really. So
Noisemakers,
those that are
you
loud,
think?
those
Like noisemakers.
they're not that loud. Have you seen loud feminists? Even you will shrink like,
Can I not?
let's now calm down. You
Yeah.
understand? Somebody changed their name to Mrs. Temiaji. You say it's not. What's your? Are you the one that married the guy? So I mean, it's just.
I really
the same
couldn't believe
thing.
that was a thing, though.
It was a thing. I was
if we're being
shocked.
honest.
No, I mean, I just started Bible study and question and answer, and it just came up. I'm like, I'm sorry, what are you people asking me? Is it okay? It's coming up. So after Bible study, I went to check. Why are you people asking?
I was away from social media for a little bit.
Yeah,
and
it
they
was
came
a
back and
thing.
saw
What
that.
was the question they were asking? Sorry.
So, I mean, they would always ask me, like, so what do you, Estelle, what do you think? What does the Bible say about it?
So somebody changed her name.
So someone changed her name. She got married
After
and
getting
changed her
married.
name.
Yeah, she was
and
the
feminists
daughter
were
of a
angry.
rich man.
Yeah.
Okay.
The guy doesn't seem as rich as the father.
Okay.
When she got married to the guy, she
Immediately.
she
They've
did not
been
even
dating for a
waste
long
time.
time.
Yeah.
I don't care if they dated for 2 days.
Exactly.
She got married and changed her name. And people say, you did
So
what?
which is what my problem is. You are
Who are
saying
the people saying what?
So
Who are their own fathers?
wait.
What? I wish to know.
Who are their own fathers? Their own fathers.
Yes.
So I think that some of the reaction may have been an overreaction. So when she changed
what I
her
was saying.
name, some men who have been in some fight with these loud feminists began to carry it as, oh, death to feminism because this lady has changed her name.
What?
Okay.
The what?
That
What makes
death
that
to
the standard?
feminism.
Because somebody changed her name.
Yes.
What
so
makes that
I mean,
the standard?
That's what I'm saying.
So it was
both. But
Yes.
what I saw first, in all fairness, was the why would you change your
Yeah.
name? kind
That's
of.
what I
And-
saw.
And I'm like, I don't know. I then saw what you're saying, but it felt like a response to from where I
Okay,
stood.
I
I
mean,
don't know.
response to why would you change
Why
your
would you
name?
change your name? So for me, it was like, so to answer your question, yes, the loud ones are, and really, I'm just going to be a son of God here and say anything, the balance is Christ. So anything you're doing we always do the extreme of ourselves,
Okay, now, sorry to
like,
cut you short. My question would have been, like, my response, if I were in your study group, would have been, what do people do? How many people wedded last weekend?
No, so
And
for
what
me,
do they
I
do?
just...
Why is her own an exception? Because of her father?
No, well,
Yes.
not
No, I
father,
know, I'm
and she's
just
also
saying-
an influential person
I know,
on
I
her
get the
own.
gist.
So for me, I would always take it back to scripture, and really, that's just it. But what I was saying was, they would always push it out because as human beings, even our good deeds is usually an extension of our selfish nature. If you actually extend it
sometimes
at
it
the
makes
end,
you feel good.
something,
Yeah. Do good things, so why not?
It's always an extension.
Yeah.
So you would always, anytime I say a movement, and I don't really see the core being
Christ.
the only person that can actually give you balance.
Yes.
It's just a matter of time, really, before. I mean, you hear fraternity say, we started as just a brotherhood group, and then much later, we know where it goes. Do you understand? Same thing with sisters group, same thing with women and all of that. So, for me, I would say any movement that is based on self. So you're basing it on, now that's me being, like I said, a son of God. Now, as a woman, like I quickly put in perspective, feminism to me is defending our rights and, equality of access. Is that what you said?
Yes, of access, fairness.
Yes, fairness,
and
justice,
and to
equity.
be.
Yes, so that's why I was now going to
Yes,
land. The identity first. Because many times when we're thinking of feminism, we're usually thinking of what to do. But who you are as a woman in your whole essence.
Your core.
And in your core, yourself, the freedom to choose. I mean, this is my makeup. This is, I, for instance, I have what people call an intimidating personality, right? And I was speaking with an auntie today. She's been here before. Aww. And I was speaking with her today, and she said, what I can sense that is going on is they want you to shrink for this person to rise. Right? And I mean, the people that are saying it seem to be authority figures. They are saying it in other ways, but she just said, and you're not going to shrink.
No.
You know? So for me, I mean, that wasn't an advice. It's quite too late for But I mean, I get how that is so ingrained in the fabric. Like, this is who this person is. If this person is not a strong, independent, if she's a baby girl, let her be a baby girl.
Yep.
If it works for her, she doesn't have to prove to you that she's strong by going to do a 9-to-5 when she really is a content creator.
She doesn't have to be a baby girl.
She doesn't have to be an entrepreneur if she is only 9-to-5.
This entrepreneur thing is
Overrated?
Rated. So
I
I don't
want to go
understand.
into ministry, I try to advise
Against it.
So in case you have a choice, my dear, don't force the call, my darling.
Do not. Definitely not force the call.
Because, oh my God, there are men who just don't like my guts.
Yeah.
There are men who
just
don't want. Why is she preaching, and why does she even if she knows the scripture?
Because you can argue for Africa.
So that's another
and I don't
thing.
call this argument though, but you know, your points are always very
So that's the thing.
clear.
That's another problem. The fact that I can articulate my words
yes,
is a problem.
Your points are very, very
It's a problem
which
for a lot of people. They
can't.
struggle
and
with
you don't
it.
back down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and then another thing is usually when I can give like 2 responses to one person. After that,
I'm actually
I
done.
can't really hear you.
Yeah.
And that's annoying. So they come to my DM.
Yeah.
I know that you did not see, and I will still.
They'll come
so
and-
that's another thing that annoys them, that I do a lot.
Yeah.
I block. Glory to God. It's the anointing of the block. I put it there. So after that,
Blocking is free.
I've seen emails. I blocked you.
Come on, be
I
brave.
didn't send emails. I've seen a guy that sent an email. He used another email. I blocked it. So after a while, I think he just saw that.
Like
There's
that.
no.
Let me tell you what I do. After I've posted you, and then I block you because look at you. I posted you.
And nothing happened.
No. When you tell me rubbish on my DM, I'll go and post you on that.
For other people to see.
Let them see your foolishness. Then I will not block you.
Sometimes I say,
that's the best
just can you give us their name? Just want to be.
But yeah, I remember when I started putting names.
Yeah.
No, at some point I was putting names outside.
Really? I didn't say.
Putting names. And some of that time when I look at the person's post content, if I now come and put this person's name.
You are doing publicity.
No, it's not for publicity. It's that
It won't be
The
nice.
way it won't be nice.
already.
It won't be nice.
It's not good for me. I'm a kind person. If I'm not doing this to you,
Just leave it. Just leave
Just
it.
let it
just
slide.
let me leave it. But you must see that. Yeah. So I actually.
So that freedom to be for me, which is where I was going to land, just be. Who are you? And a lot of people are not self-aware.
Be you.
A lot of women are not self-aware. And then there's this herd mentality because of social media. This is what everybody's saying. This is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So you have conversations with people and they are just re-echoing tweets and re-echoing posts. And you can't sense originality. You can't sense depth. You can't sense the essence. So as much as, even the feminism that we are screaming, some people are just feminists because that's what is trendy or that's what will get you the likes or being
They take
the other side
things
too.
behind
Yes.
the
Yeah,
door.
so like staying. I mean, I saw something by one of the prominent women in this age and time. And, you know, I just woke up and I saw people dragging her. I mean, she's always been dragged. I don't even know why. And as they did that, I found the video and I'm like, what did she say? That is wrong. And I saw videos, people explaining, and
They start making their
then
own
show
videos.
that you didn't watch this lady's
original,
video.
yeah.
Comprehension that we did in, I don't know if there is a primary school.
Primary 3. Primary
We did it
3
so
and
much.
primary
We did
4.
it. You do comprehension. I would say if feminism is going to be holistic, it should also focus on emphasizing that women need to find who they are beneath the rubble of trauma, of their past, of things that happened to them. I realized this was last week, and I was like, a lot of things happened. For instance, I was raped 3 times. First time I was 6, right? It happened to me, but until I went through it.
For those of you that see me not it's because I'm not shocked. I know. So don't say, how can you hear such things that you're not? It's because I'm aware. Thank you very much.
She has shared it. She has
You know,
shared
people
that
say,
before.
wait first. What's this? Well, I'm aware. Please go on.
So, I mean, going through it, I was raped at 6. I don't think I went through it until I was 24, in the sense that going through the effect, forgiving the abusers, dealing with the PTSD, that was the going through. So a lot of things have happened to people that they've not gone through.
Of course.
Right? And you can't really find who you are until you go underneath all of the things. The Bible says in 2 Corinthians 10, verse 4, in the Passion Translation, that we can effectively dismantle the defenses behind which people hide. So a lot of times we are hiding behind walls of past or
Trauma,
things that we
definitely.
said, verbal abuse, emotional abuse, and all of that.
Hurt.
We don't really know who we
so
are.
much pain.
Yes, and that's really what leads us into this herd mentality and validation. So before you defend who is the woman? Really?
Yeah. Who are you and who is a woman?
Yeah, who is the
I like
woman
that question because, aside from who are you, and now I have to find myself. I could be a man.
Yeah.
For all I care.
For all I care, exactly.
So you get, but who is a woman? Because if you're saying that feminism is about women's rights to,
who is the woman?
To get fairness, to get equity, to all of those, and to be, who is the woman that you're defending? Because then you begin to understand that the history of the subjugation. You know that one first.
Yes.
But then you also know yourself.
You know them.
And you're not going to merge those. Or is it possible? And I always say these things. I don't see any reason why a woman who is not a feminist should say, I am. It's okay.
It's okay.
Are you sure they understand the meaning of that word?
Who?
Feminist.
Feminist.
No, that's what I mean. But
that's what
she's
we're trying
even
to
saying
say
now is you can know. Not be. You can
You
not
can
choose
choose
to
not
place.
to be.
Yes, when you already now know and say, I don't want that.
Yeah.
I am a
SAHM.
caretaker of patriarchy.
No,
and I love it.
I don't understand.
Yeah.
No, why can you?
Why
Why
are you a feminist?
What do you mean? I mean, you may not be a feminist, but you can at least want fairness. I think
At
that's
least
a
want
general-
fairness. At least be kind.
Be kind.
Yeah. So some people will still look at it and say,
I'm not being
no,
a clout chaser.
I don't want this. I don't want this. And then, but again, that would be good after knowing.
Yes.
That. And on the topic of feminism, Mommy Gio, may I come to you?
You're welcome.
We're talking about how women are now, a lot of women are preachers and people they are getting fat. What is she wearing on the pulpit? Why is she looking like that?
Like, seriously? Oh, yeah. I've been a receptor.
I'll send you links. Why are you dressing like that? The first off first. What they call them on the internet? The band boys. What they call those boys again? Banger boys. We say,
Yeah, I don't know
wow,
that.
you go and check. We say, why is a woman first of all preaching in the first place? And women will say, yes, she can definitely preach. What do you say to that?
In the beginning,
Yes.
God created them, male and female, and He said to them, be fruitful and multiply.
Yeah.
Which means that through the Bible, you would see man, but if you read several versions, you would understand that the man is talking to humankind, not just the male figure, right? So what is said, when God said, be fruitful and multiply, He was saying it to them, male and female. Right, so God created male and female. The female was not an afterthought. God created them from the beginning, and they were supposed to work together in unity to have dominion.
To multiply.
To multiply and to have dominion. Of course, because the woman is such an important part of God's plan for the world, the devil is not going to be looking at her like that. The devil is going to do all he can to attack her. And he found willing vessels in the men who had the power, because it is in the natural man to oppress those that you're more powerful than. And so, of course, the man had the physical power, which translated to the economic power, and so was able to then begin to oppress the woman. And unfortunately, that also flowed into even the way some things were written on the Bible, because most of the people that were doing the writing, those that were doing the writing were men. So it flowed into it. However, if you look at the ministry of Jesus, you would see that women had such an important part to play. I don't think that it just happened by happenstance that it was a woman that first saw Jesus. Because it was important.
Why didn't a man give birth to Jesus?
Yes, of course, a woman had to give birth to Jesus. Exactly. A woman had to give birth to Jesus. A woman had to see Jesus first. It actually lends credibility to the resurrection of Jesus because at that time, women were not, a woman's testimony was not be believed. So if all these men that wrote the later chapters of the Bible could accept that, yes, it was a woman that first saw Jesus, it actually happened. So I believe that as part of the restoration work that Jesus came to do was also to restore that unity, that equality, and if you look at the Bible, again, there was still the patriarchy. Apostle Paul, in most of his writings, did not want to shake the culture so much, but you still see that women headed churches.
Yeah.
Ananias, no, not Ananias.
Aquila and Priscilla. Aquila was the man, Priscilla was his wife.
Yes, not Ananias and Sapphira.
Those ones that the thieves.
Those ones were,
they didn't fulfill the... Let's leave it. If Ananias and Sapphira had lied to Jesus, they would not have died.
They would not have died.
But
anyway, but they were still
don't let us even start to, because
let's not go into that. They were actually equal in their whatever they did. So they were still together. So in some places, you'd actually see Priscilla even mentioned first before Aquila. When they were teaching Apollos, more about the truth, it was both of them. So, and there's the letter to the church, to the church that meets in Phoebe's house. Yes. So there were female leaders. Yes, there was grandmother and mother, that taught him. So there were female Christian leaders in the Bible. So to be honest, I don't see any basis for people to say, yes, there's one scripture that says women should be silent. I do not
Thank you.
I do not permit women to teach. But the same
scripture,
the same Apostle Paul that did not permit women to teach
in Corinthian church,
also still spoke to other churches, mentioned Aquila and Priscilla as his fellow laborers several times. Yeah. So we need to read the Bible in context.
Thank you.
People honestly, whatever it is that you want to run with, you can pick a verse of the Bible and just run with it. But you need to read the Bible in context. You need to read it in light of other scriptures. More importantly, there's a reason why I said in the beginning. You need to read the Bible from the context of God's nature and God's purpose. Yeah. It is very, very important. That's why I said from
God's nature is very important.
God's nature and his purpose. So whatever it is that you're seeing, a lot of things are in the Bible. Some things are, it's for our learning. Mm-hmm. It's not that the learning is not necessarily that you should do it. It's for you to learn from the mistake that those people made and not do it.
And not do that, yeah.
Some things are for you to understand now the love of Jesus, to see what you would have been or what you would have been subjected to without the love of Jesus. So we really need to study the Bible where Christians need to read their Bible. Read this. If I just first of all read this first, even know what is inside first, from beginning to the end.
Just understand what it's saying.
A lot of Christians who have never read certain parts of the Bible in their lives. True. It's very important. I just finished reading the Bible through the second time.
I can say.
So it's good for you to read the Bible through.
They don't speak a verse
to understand.
And as long as it suits
on social media.
They hold it. And as long as it suits what their agenda is, they will run with it.
So when you see something, you need to step back and think and say, okay, it's in the Bible, yes, in the Bible, but what is the actual context? What was the historical context? What was happening? Who were they speaking to? Mm. Why was he saying this at this time?
Yes.
At the end of the day, what has happened before?
Pretext, post-text, context.
Counters or supports this particular verse. They don't just pick one verse and say, It's in the Bible.
Hallelujah, somebody.
So yes,
Preach it,
female
Mama Jill.
pastors, female teachers are represented in the Bible.
Yes, and so we will be represented here.
Yes,
Like
we
it
need
or
it.
not.
Yes, we
Whether
must.
you like it or not, dance.
We
If
must.
you know the dance, come on.
Jesus.
Sorry. Do you like my skin? Do you like my skin? I'm sure you do. My skin is powered by Dang Lifestyle, a skincare brand specifically tailored for people like you. Go to danglifestyle.co to get yours. Use the discount code on the screen to get 10% off. Let us take our pledge now. Let's go to our story.
Okay.
All right, let's take a pledge.
Okay.
I, Ife Dayo,
Hi, Adepeju.
Hi, Titoluwa.
I blessing.
promise
Promise
to be kind,
to be kind,
to be honest,
to be honest,
and to not ask Ife who wrote in the story.
and to not ask if who wrote in the story.
Tito, speak your own.
Oh,
We are saying a pledge here.
Jesus.
Hurry
And
up.
should not ask if who wrote this story.
I never thought I'd be writing my story down like this. After so much back and forth with myself, I finally decided to share, and I'd really love to hear your honest thoughts. I'm a Christian woman in my late 30s, and I found myself deeply in love with a Muslim man. For as long as I can remember, I've always believed that true relationships can exist between two people, regardless of culture, race, or religion, so long as it doesn't involve harming another human being. I've known him for over 5 years now, and our bond has only grown stronger. It feels like something that can't run out. Like even when we're apart, something in my spirit knows it. He genuinely cares about me, looks out for me, and is always mindful of my comfort. He's brilliant, respectful, soft-spoken, kind, almost to a fault. With him, I feel safe, secure, and at peace. Something I honestly never experienced in my past relationships. He ticks all my boxes, morally grounded, disciplined, honest, sincere. I enjoy life with him, and I've always dreamt of him being the father of my kids. A few months ago, I asked that we have a serious talk about religion and our future. He asked me for time, so I waited. Recently, he told me that as much as he loves me, he would want his children to be raised in Islam without them giving another choice. That was hard for me to hear. I asked him why it had to be forced. Why not just let them decide for themselves? His answer was very firm. He wants them specially raised as Muslims. So I asked if this meant that in his heart, he feels he must marry a Muslim woman to have that certainty. His answer was both yes and a no. Yes, because it would be easier. No, because he knows of Muslim Christian marriages that have worked out. To be clear, he's not narrow-minded at all. He's very open and has never stopped me from practicing my faith. In fact, he encourages me to go to church and even reminds me not to miss programs. But with this new reality, I honestly don't know what to do. He's not just my partner, he's also my best friend, the one person I've been completely open and vulnerable with. He's such a good man, and that's what makes this so painful. I'm hurt and torn and in tears because I don't know how long it would take to meet someone else with the same values, wisdom, and heart as him.
Well, for me, we've seen interreligious marriages around. In fact, my own great-grandparents my great-grandfather was a reverend, buried in the church. My great-grandmother was a Muslim. Wow. Yes, some people were able to do it, and they could, just do it and succeed with it. At the end of the day, my first question to the writer will be, what do you want to achieve? As a Muslim myself, number one, I can't marry a Christian because I'm very spiritual. If you're a Muslim, the line of thought of Muslims and Christians differ as much as we know that it is still one God, but in different forms, whichever way you want to look at it. But number one, as a Christian, what do you want for yourself? Do you want a home with, some people don't mind, they want a home where children can grow to be whatever they choose to be. We've seen it happen. Like some children can be Muslim, today they can go to church, on Friday they will go to mosque. Yes. Some families run that. In my own family, some of my uncles, I have my granduncle that was a Christian, my grandfather was a Muslim, my auntie a Christian, the other one a Muslim, so it's like one for mom, one for father, one for... So is that what you want?
I just want to say that I experienced that when I was younger. we would go for Ilea. Ilea is, what is it?
The big salad, yeah, that's
the big
the
salad
Eid
where
al-Adha.
we're going to be eating ram. We leave our house and we go all the way to our states, in Ogun State, to join, because my dad's family was a Muslim. You had to go to the mosque. We were Christians. And my mom would be so angry. Why did they have to go? So as soon as my mom goes to the back to wash, when they killed the goats, the wives would be there frying and everything. They would drag us. And till today, that's how I know some Muslim prayers. Because it was so confusing for me. Why are you dragging me? When I go back home, I'm going back to the church. So it was really confusing until my dad stopped it and said, they don't have to. They are really, truly not Muslims. Why do you think that in this Salah period, though, is when they will now learn Islam at once? But they did try. They tried. So it was very confusing. So I understand what you're saying.
It's very confusing. So what kind of home do you want to build for yourself? Do you want a free-for-all home where any child can be whatever? Because for me, if I'm raising children to be Muslims like I am, you have to teach your children what you believe in. Then you allow them to experience the teachings by themselves so they can be better. My parents, I was not covering up as a young child. It was my understanding, my personal understanding of Islam that made me decide, it's time I start wearing hijab. It wasn't like my mother is all dressed up like this. No.
Your husband didn't ask you?
No, he met me like this. He met me like this, I started dressing like this after I left secondary school. Out of my own. In fact, when I started wearing hijab, my mom didn't like it. Even a Muslim herself. Beauty on issue. That's even a Muslim herself. It wasn't easy for her, like, when you start covering up, you are not going to look as beautiful again. You are not going to, but it was my own personal conviction that made me do it, not like my parents, So same for us when you are raising children. You want to teach your children what you believe. And what you believe that is working for you, of course, that is what you want to pass on to your children. So for her, what do you want for yourself? If you are a Christian that understands the teaching of Christianity in totality, you cannot be toying with the future of your children by saying, okay, I can marry a Muslim, then they can become a Christian, or we'll find a way to take them to the church, as long as the man is saying, I want my children to be Muslim. Let him be. If your religion, if what you want to pass to your children is that faith, is that teaching that you believe in, please marry somebody that you share the same ideology with so that you can have a home that will function well. You don't have to confuse children.
What do you think, Tito?
I was literally going to say what she said because, I always respect whether or not they're Christians, but if somebody says this is who he is, this is what he wants, you believe them. A friend of mine says, many times women think with their libido because what's going on, my sis? I don't understand. The guy said, give me time. That is, he went, he
thought about it.
You were waiting that love.
Love will change his mind. No.
He's saying it about his children now. What makes you think at some point he's not going to say, and I don't blame him because he said it, right? You said, let them figure it. Why is everything why are you leaving everything
How do we
else?
give them something to figure out?
Yeah.
Because then, you mean they should not do anything until they're 18?
No, they will be doing both.
It's such a...
Church
so that's
today,
the thing.
mosque tomorrow.
Like you
That's
said,
the problem.
it's going to be
That's the problem.
It's so confusing.
That's the problem. The guy has... I like the guy.
Very
I like the guy.
straightforward.
He knows what he
direct.
wants.
He didn't even just know. I'm sure he knew before he said, let me go and think. He went, he thought of it, and you know what? He didn't just look at the sentimental, I love her, she makes me...
It is the love that made him go and think. It's that love that he had.
It's not the feeling.
No, it's not the feeling.
It's
yes.
the decision of love.
Of love to
But
say,
the thing,
I
many
love you
times
enough not to
women,
lie to
we
you.
like
not
the
to, let me go and
emotion of
think.
love.
Women are, we are too emotional.
Emotion of love.
True.
We are feelers a lot. You can see the guy saying more or less like, if this is a business, how would I think about it?
Yep.
So he went, he thought you were in love. Okay? Now in out. Okay? Get out. Leave the guy alone. Let him go and find that in very simple terms. I pledged.
Make everybody waka.
I pledged. So this is the kindest.
You can
Leave the guy alone. You guys can be friends. And that's it. If you guys can work it out, you guys can be friends. But I don't think you should marry that guy. And because if you even try and convince him, you would have made him bend on something that maybe he really wanted. Yeah. Do you understand? So I don't think you should. I think you should just...
separate.
And then I want to speak to something which I knew was the issue from the start. Fear. She's afraid.
Yeah, she is afraid. She said that.
She said it now. She said
Because of her age.
I
She
mean,
felt-
it got to the end before she wrote it, but I could sense it from the
I don't
beginning.
think she'll get somebody.
She's afraid.
No,
yes.
she was afraid she won't get someone better.
And anything you do out of fear, as a sister, as a Christian that you are, anything you do out of fear is not of God. So if you marry this guy out of fear, it's not of God. If you leave the relationship in fear, you are still not doing it the way God will want it to happen. So deal with the fear first. That fear, that scarcity mindset.
no man outside.
Is as good
That's-
as
It has to be this one. If it's not this
He's the
one,
best man
no
ever.
other
It's just
man
love.
outside.
Sometimes God
always
is making you think
something
this is
better.
God.
Yeah.
It's
God
just that
is,
you
and
haven't
that's a lot of things
experienced
that
it.
Christian women do. I don't know if you know it. God said, this is the person I'm going to marry.
And then you
And
stay
he proposed
there.
somebody else, and you're still saying,
Yeah,
God
you're
said,
still saying,
sweetie,
I know
God,
it,
God
I
did
know
not.
what God
you know,
told
I
me.
did a
Divine
video.
love.
I had to do
I
a
heard you
video
clearly.
on God did not say, because I was tired.
Yeah,
I was
of hearing with my husband.
tired of God said, I asked him, that is it me? The guy said no, but I feel, excuse me, God did not say nada. You heard your
yourself,
emotions,
yes.
you heard your feelings, you heard your libido.
yourself. Yeah. Let me ask you, Mami Gio, do you think a true Christian or a true Muslim can doubt who they want to marry?
Honestly, that was going to be my contribution to this discussion, that for me, my first identity for me is a Christian. And not Christianity as, okay, filiform, Christianity as a religion, but my identity in Christ. That's the very first thing for me.
That's the basis.
So for me, for my identity, like, there is no way. If I'm going to get married, it has to also be in Christ. Anything I do has to be in Christ. I'm going to raise my children in Christ. Like, there's no discussion. Like, it doesn't happen. Of course, I'm going to be friends with everybody, but when it comes to, and I believe marriage is very, very important. For those who want to get married, I think marriage is very, very important to your destiny, right?
Yep.
If you decide to get married, it's important for you to marry right. It can have a very, well, my Geo says that, it says that after your decision to give your life to Christ, the next most important decision is who you marry. Because we hear these stories.
Yes.
A man or a woman can kill someone's dream, can kill someone's destiny. It happens. And of course, many times it falls back on the woman because...
Mostly.
Yes, because of the society we are in,
Not
right?
only that, women,
It's
the way
still-
we're conditioned.
Yes.
You see that?
Exactly. So if as a woman, you need to be doubly sure, because I mean, the head of the home thing is it's first and foremost a spiritual thing.
Yes.
That's it.
Because it flows from God, Christ, the man. You get. So how is, for a Christian woman, how is the head of your home not submitted to
Your own head. Before you met him, there was a head. Abi?
Exactly.
Your first head. Shouldn't it trickle down from how it should be?
Me, I
That's
like
the
the guy.
question.
That's all I'm going to say. I like that man.
He knows what he
I
wants.
like him. Go.
Simple.
No, of course.
She should decide
The
what
man-
she
the man
wants
will
and
always-
go for it. There's
So
no
do you
point.
do you
The man
guys
will always take the lead. The man
He
will
has
always
led
take the
in
And
this
he has
situation.
said it
And he has
all.
been so clear. I
he's
don't
not-
like
he
how
didn't
he did not
deceive
deceive her.
So the
Yeah.
man said, let me
He's
go
so
and think.
clear.
You could have said it right there. oh.
That he
No.
still went to
He
think
still went
about
to
So you are
it.
the one
love
that
this
is saying,
person.
what
How
should
far
I
can I
do?
go?
Do you see the beginning? I didn't think I would ever write
she said, what should I?
Like you are helpless.
In cases like this, I'm usually so particular about the children. I'm like, for me, when you want to get married, please consider your children, because you are the one making the decision.
What generation do you want to raise? What's your next generation going to be?
Born into this family that they did not choose. Don't bring
Them into confusion.
children into confusion. Generally, don't bring children into dysfunctional this thing. Before, in fact, whether you want to marry, before you sleep with a man, safe, consider, or with a woman, before you sleep with somebody, consider, can I raise a child with this person?
You are going far.
Let me come in.
Please.
You have already gone ahead.
Another thing I want to
Coming
say.
from your bubble.
Because because you need to
what
consider
you're saying,
children,
I'm just
please.
saying.
Because you are not making decision for them.
them.
So please be
That's
Please.
for people that wants to have
Be
children.
very, very,
It's not
yes,
everybody
yes,
that wants
yes,
to
yes.
have.
For,
On
yes,
one side.
no,
yes, for people that want to have children.
I know. I'm just saying,
Yes,
putting that
yes,
on the
yes,
side.
yeah.
Your brain children too. Okay,
Yes.
okay.
For
Even
you-
for yourself.
Yes, when you
Even
want to
for
have
yourself.
children, you also
Yeah.
need to consider them, think about them that, okay, what kind of family, what kind of home do I want to create for these children? What kind of environment do I want to bring them into? So it's not just, it goes beyond religion. In fact, you can even both be Christians.
Exactly.
And not have the same values.
That's what I want to
Yes.
say. That you can even be Christians or both Muslims
In the
and
same church.
You belong
Because
to
they'll say it's
different
Catholic
sects.
and
Yes.
in
You
the
can
same church.
have
Yes.
you can have somebody going
drop
to
this off the table.
you can have somebody going to a white garment church and you are probably a redeemer.
No, you're still saying, you're still talking about different. I'm talking about you can even be in the same church.
Yes.
and your values.
Because I'm sorry, I
And have
don't know
different
about the
values, yes.
mosque, but you see in our church is like hospital, right? And,
Different. It's always the same.
patients is not, they don't
They are
respond
not
to
the same.
treatment.
I know.
Sometimes the doctor is on medication.
I swear, that's so true.
Let
us all be kept in Jesus.
Christ.
Yeah,
So we
that's
can't be in the same church. And as you
true.
speak, I know that never in a million miles.
Yes.
Let go for this doctor. This
Yes.
doctor, you hold on first. Please,
Exactly.
Not you.
Not
Not you right
this
now.
patient, I already know that I'm still responding small.
Yeah,
You want to
exactly.
still bring your own. I don't
No.
This guy, I don't even think if he was a Christian, it would be a standout Christian. Because also
He's a
this
ground
Christian,
what he wants.
he's a
Yes.
stand-up Muslim.
Stand-up Muslim.
Because another thing about Christian brothers, yes, I'm coming for you, is that you people used to pretend a lot. Yeah. You can. This is when the guy said, let me go and think. We used to submit our brain outside when we are Christian. I say this with all strength inside of me.
I thought you wanted to say with all due respect.
No, I don't respect. I don't respect double-minded man. Think about the lady. You can see that she's bringing food to your house. She wants to meet you. You know
You
where
will eat
she's
the food.
going.
You will eat the food. You know you don't want
You
to
see
do
this,
nothing.
my uncle. He said it.
He knows where he's going. He knows
Uncle,
what
I like
he
him,
wants.
gone.
So are
I
we
like him.
saying that the marriages that work, how does it work? Because it does work for some people.
Yes,
It
does.
works.
But the exception
it
is
works.
not the rule, Shao.
I know, I'm just curious.
It works with a lot of compromise.
Yes.
A
And
lot.
mostly on the woman's part.
On the woman's part. So,
Yes,
If we're being-
mostly on the woman's part. To be
Yeah.
honest, mostly on the
I
woman's
have a
part.
friend, a university mate, course mate, that the father was a Muslim and the mom was a deaconess in the church. The man, very staunch. None of the children ever stepped the entrance of a church. The mother was not happy. In later life, she didn't like it. She wanted a child that can go with her to, to church. But unfortunately, none of them. She was not happy. And likewise, I also know a man that had a Christian wife and he was a Muslim. And all of the children followed the mother to the church. And in his later life, he started looking for a Muslim wife because he wants children that he can raise to be Muslims. So for marriages that work, is a whole lot of work and compromise. It's either a lot of things are stomached.
Yeah.
You see, you cannot talk like, let's just be managing it like that. Or it's a silent battle. Everybody is struggling to make an impression on the children. Yeah. Some is like a silent battle. You are struggling so much to make an impression on the children so you can have them to your own side. So, why stress yourself? Why all this pressure?
Can we build house and companies? Why are you fighting with...
For me, honestly, I'll say it's not worth it. Maybe back in the days, maybe they could manage, maybe everybody, like I had my own great-grandparents were like that. A reverend in the Baptist church, for instance, he was buried in a church, and the wife is a Muslim. And my own grandfather, a Muslim. My next uncle, a Christian. I had another auntie that is a Muslim. I had another one that is a Christian. Everybody lived their life, So how he wants to, except you are not a Muslim or a Christian that understands what the religion you profess teaches in totality.
Some people are social Muslims and social Christians.
Exactly. Except you don't understand what your religion preaches in totality, then you can compromise or look away. You can drink today. Because Islam will tell you no alcohol. This one will say alcohol is not a big deal. This one will say you can wear anything you like. This one will say, you are supposed to cover up. There are too many doctrines that cannot align. There's no way you want to look at it. we can live, if it's only to sleep and wake up together, we can cohabit, we can live well. But there are some basic principles like, I don't know how you want to match that. Is that somebody will suppress our own totally and allow the other person? And I don't think that is fulfilling in any way.
Yeah, thank you so much, guys. I have a gift for you.
Oh, thank you.
Why do you like gifts so much?
Who doesn't like gifts?
Nice to receive
She brought me a gift. I could not even wait to enter to open it.
No,
I just started opening it right here. It's not sunscreen that is inside, though. Because I know that some of you...
Where
is your
sunscreen?
sunscreen?
I wanted to give...
If everyone bring your sunscreen,
All we are
the one
saying,
you
give
are
us sunscreen.
You get sunscreen.
Can we start that now?
It's to come.
Thank you so much. This is
The
beautiful.
people of
Thank
Dang
you,
asked me to
Dan.
give you this. Thank you.
We are
Ẹ ṣé o,
dangified.
dang, ilé-iṣẹ́ yín lè jó.
Amen.
Ọwọ́ yẹn máa ròkè.
Thank you, Dan. Our dang.
Yes,
Thank you.
Our dang.
Thank you so much, guys. I hope you enjoyed today's podcast.
Yeah.
I hope that you learned something. Please let me know in the comments. Dang community members, over to you.
Patients is not, they don't
They are not the
respond to
same.
treatment. Sometimes the doctor is on medication.
I swear, that's so true. Wait, let us all be
person
careful. Jesus
is Christ. We can be in the same church. And as you speak, I know that never in a million miles.
Let's go for this doctor. This doctor, you hold on first. Yay! Thank you so much. You actually made it to the end of this video. Don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, and share this amazing episode.